Okay, this is the computation of variable and fixed costs. Cooper Company expects to sell 200,000 units of its product next year, which would generate total sales of $17 million. So let's see what we've got here. If this is a forecasted contribution margin income statement, which is a certain style of income statement, and that style is sales less variable cost equals contribution margin less fixed cost equals income before taxes. That's the style, that's the format we're going to use, and we're going to say expected sales of 200,000 units. Well, that looks like this: 200,000 units of sales, and of course 200,000 units of variable costs, and 200,000 units of contribution margin. That's what we're looking at. All that's the same because that's what the volume level is. And we're expected to generate total sales of 17 million, which should go right there. And management predicts that pre-tax net income for the next year will be $1,200,000, which is this piece right here, and that the contribution margin per unit will be $25. So there's contribution margin, there's per unit is $25. Now, what we have to do is solve for the rest of these pieces. So let's look at this piece. If you know sales are going to be $200,000 and you know total sales dollars are going to be 17 million, you can divide the sales units into the 17 million and you can get the price per unit. In this case, the selling price per unit will be $85. That's again 200,000 divided into 17 million is 85. Now you can take a shortcut to find the next piece, which is variable cost per unit, because if you know sales per unit is $85 and contribution margin is $25, the difference between these two would be the variable cost per unit, which in this case would be 60. And now variable costs. If you know that variable cost per unit is $60 and the total units are 200,000, then 200,000 times $60 will give you the total variable costs, which are $12 million. And if you know contribution margin is going to be based on 200,000 units at $25 per unit, then the total contribution margin should be $5 million. And now our fixed cost. If we know contribution margin in total is $5 million, and we know that 5 million minus something, which is fixed costs, equals income before taxes, then this something has to be $3,750,000.